All right, good morning. Look at those palm trees. Extra long, tall. Then there's the mountains. Oh, look at you guys. Your boy was cold last night. It was like in the 40s, but it felt like it was too cold. And anyone who's camped before in the cold knows what it's like. You wake up inevitably because you're cold. Your body's trying to heat itself up. And then you just can't get warm again until the morning, until the sun comes out. And so I'm gonna stop by the REI today. Probably gonna end up buying this quilt that I should have bought before, but I didn't want to. It was like $100. So I was like, I don't know if I really want to buy that and use it. But the good news is that REI, if you don't like it, you can return it. They're pretty chill with that. So I might buy it and test it out and see if I like it. But typically I don't really like sleeping bags. I don't like the material, and I feel a little crammed in it, a little cluttered. And so this material, it's like the same material as a sleeping bag, but it's an actual quilt that you just throw over your body, or you could roll into it. So at least I can move my legs. But yeah, rough night's rest, cranky morning getting up. Like the zipper wouldn't go, my bag kept falling over. I was just like done. I was like, bruh, what the frick? And then I told myself I gotta just start moving around. And sure enough, the nearest, like, there's a couple coffee spots over there, but nothing that I wanted to go to. But all the other real coffee spots, like a mile or so downtown. So I told myself, let's get to moving. Let's go get some coffee, and let's figure out what the heck we're doing today. It's day 17, hiking from Mexico to San Francisco. Woo! I made it to Santa Barbara last night. I was up there yesterday, guys. Partially why I'm like cranky too is I think I'm just exhausted from that hike. It was a tough hike with this backpack. If I could do it over again, I honestly would have left my pack at the bottom and just like hit it or something, and not even mess with bringing this up the mountain. But it was good training, because if I do cut through to try and get to the 154 in like a few days, I believe that there's 5,000 feet of elevation gain, which in my mind tells me that I'll probably have to cross 2 mountains based on the Cali heights. Oh shoot. But yeah, guys, it's an absolute beautiful day. It's just cold. It's March. What the heck? Why is it so cold? It was hotter in February than it is in March. Crazy. But we're going to check the forecast. I am going north, so it gets colder the further north you go. And we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm just yapping now. Check it out. All right, guys, we made it to another REI. Let's go. All right, guys, we're walking around Santa Barbara. We just left the REI. Ran into this guy who was really, really nice, Kenneth, and he kind of walked with me for a bit. He was on his bike camping and doing something similar, but yeah, he was a nice guy, and he walked me around, gave me some game about the area, and ultimately the lady at REI was so nice. She took the time to check out my feet. She noticed the blisters, and she's like, your shoes are too small. I'm like, what do you mean my shoes are too small? I've worn 11 and a half my whole life. Well, come to find out, she did a proper assessment of my feet, and my right foot is a whole size bigger than my left foot. Crazy. And in addition to that, I should be wearing a 13 or at least a 12 and a half. Crazy. My whole life, I always would put on 12 and a half, 13s, think that they were too big, but it's just because I was used to that feeling of getting crammed in my shoe. So thank God I've worn the sandals as much as I have, and I've gotten off the shoes as much as I have. But yeah, now I got a pair of 11 and a half Hokas that will no longer be in service for this hike. So I'm probably going to find someone to give them to, and then maybe I will get another pair. But I'm also leaning towards just getting more sandals because it's just much more comfortable for me. And so she was showing me some nice options. Shout out to Meg from REI. All of the sweet people. This was the sweetest REI I've ever been to, in a sense of people wanting to help you, and just they weren't that busy. So it gives it time. I got there right when they opened for them to be able to help me out. So that was a great experience. But yeah, last night was amazing, minus being cold. It got very cold, and that's kind of why I went there. I was like, I need to get a blanket. So I was looking at the camp blankets. It's basically like a sleeping bag without a zipper. They looked all right, but I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of that material. I almost would rather just get another layer of like clothes to wear underneath. And I think that could make the difference between being cold last night and just staying just warm enough. Also, guys, it's March. Daylight savings is on Sunday, and it's going to get hotter. It's not going to get colder. It's going to get hotter. So thinking about that, I did not buy a blanket, but I did spend a good amount of money on a pillow, which I'm very excited to try out later. So it's like a nice pillow. Always wanted to get one of them. But yeah, pretty hungry. Had a coffee break, rest in my body type day. I don't see myself really walking today or going anywhere. Probably just gonna chill around here locally and get to bed early and wake up and see if I can't get my feet healed up. I got some new toe socks. These ones are far more comfortable. And yeah, day 17, Santa Barbara. Oh my goodness, guys. I have been exhausted today. Absolutely drained from the hike yesterday. Just trying to get my energy back. So I just took a nap. Still tired. Didn't really fall asleep much last night, nor did I fall asleep during the nap. Sort of just closing my eyes and not moving my body. So it's a break. But this just caught me by surprise. Look at this. It's like the biggest tree I've seen in quite some time. I mean, they've got it like fenced off. It's so big. Look at that. Pretty impressive. Not sure what kind of species this is, but I have seen the sequoias, and I mean, this thing is like pretty dang thick. Looks like they're treating some fungus. Interesting. All right, guys, it's time to check out the pier. Let's check the pier out. Apparently you can drive on the pier, which is kind of crazy. There's not much room, but let's check this out. I'm glad I picked today as a rest day, guys. I don't even think I picked it as a rest day. The rest day chose me. Take the lens off. What is that? Is this a scratch? What the heck? Trying to make sure. Yeah. That looks better. But yeah, guys, special shout out to Lex and to Abe, two of my supporters of the channel that showed up and showed me some love out in Santa Barbara today on day 17. Guys, I've been resting, napping, sleeping under a tree here, moving around there. Got some gear at REI. It's been a terrific day, and meeting the supporters in real life just makes it that much more cool. And Lex was so excited. She was so sweet. She found me on the pier behind me. And check it out, there's a skate park right here. It's pretty cool. No skateboarding or rollerblading in this area. That makes no sense. It's a skate park. Wow. Can't really see it, but looks like a bunch of kids skating, having a good time. Pretty cool. It's a beautiful day. This homie's ripping a sick line on the scooter. I can't find him. There he is. He got pretty high on this. Let's see what she's got. Hopping with the ladies. Ooh. That was very nice. Way to meet Molly, who I met at the hot springs yesterday. And she has an RV, some beautiful dogs, and yeah, she wants to start a YouTube. Thinking about starting a channel where she can interview people along the way on her travels in an RV, and that's pretty cool. And so she was so gracious to invite me to be a guest on her new YouTube. So I'm on my way to find her right now And it's ironic because she's parked right where I camped last night. So it shouldn't be that hard to find. But yeah, guys, Santa Barbara, oh boy, look at this. Just straight Pacific Ocean on a calm day. And then tall palm trees, giant grassy pastures that you could lay out and chill with the friends. Back there's the hot spring, the ridge, the mountains. I mean, those mountains got to be at least 2,000 feet above sea level, which is nothing crazy, but when you're next to the sea, they look like some Colorado mountains. I gotta research and see what the incline is on Sanitas in Boulder when you're hiking in Boulder versus when you're at sea level and you climb the mountain. It's kind of a crazy concept. So it feels like Colorado, although Colorado's a lot higher. It's got like the base altitude of 5,280. But yeah, what a blessing. Shout out to Lex. Special shout out to Abe who pulled up on me today, showed love, gave me some supplies, helped me out, man. I appreciate the followers so much. Seriously. I was telling the live earlier, I literally couldn't do it without you guys. Like by day 3, I would have been ready to just check out, get back to the car, and get back to the routine. But with your guys' support, with your love, with your interest, it's motivation, guys. It keeps me motivated, keeps me wanting to go. But yeah, we are going to find the friend Molly with her dogs in the RV and hang out, and we're gonna camp out here again tonight, guys. Wake up tomorrow, see how we feel, see where we can get. There's a town that's near here, Geneva, Ginobili, I forgot what it's called, Genevieve, but we're potentially gonna go there. There's a shark fisherman that hit me up that said, hey, come to the pier tomorrow. We're gonna be ripping lips. That would be pretty sick to see. So we'll check it out. And I know at some point I'm either going to have to take a very long highway to get to where I need to go in Pismo, or I'm going to have to climb the mountains. And so yesterday was a test, and it was a gasser, man. I was dying. But I like my chances. I'm gonna load up on supplies, and I might even buy another water filter. I actually left mine back at home and just didn't find it before I left, and so they're not that expensive. I can buy another one, and then that way if I find like a stream or something, I'll have water unlimited. And that's the only thing that I'm thinking I need to get with a little bit more food, and I should be able to make it over that mountain. But after I get over that mountain, I think there's another mountain that I got to get over. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next. It's day 17, checking in live, Santa Barbara, rest day. Just chilling, having a good one. All right, guys, day 17. Holy. I got a really, really poor sleep last night. It was very cold, woke me up, had me tossing and turning. And like colder than it was any other night on the hike. Surprise, surprise. And so that left me where I was feeling down bad all day. I was like, yeah, I got to get through it. And then that's what I realized. Some days you could get to it, and some days you got to just get through it. You feel me? Today was one of those days that I had to just get through it. And I'm glad I did. And I took a full rest day, and I'm feeling a lot better right now. Got to meet some cool people. Shout out to Molly. What a sweet, sweet person. She gave me gracious hospitality. She has a RV that she's moving into. She's getting accustomed to the lifestyle. And yeah, she shared some tea. We chilled on the beach. She wanted to do an interview, and we kind of got to know each other a little bit better. And we're going to do that interview soon after the hike's done. We're going to get it set up. And yeah, it was a fun day. Got to pull up, or 2 of my followers pulled up on me from Instagram, and I got a new pillow at REI. Bro, I got that thing. I was so excited. I tried it out, and man, I fell asleep under the tree, and I was like, bro, this pillow really makes a world of a difference. So that, plus I'm gonna get some something warm tonight. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get more layers, like something underneath, a base layer, or if I'm gonna add a new blanket to the mix. I'm not sure. But I will be going to Target here soon and figuring that out. I know one thing, I don't want a sleeping bag because I don't like sleeping bags. They're too tight and I can't wiggle around enough, and I've had a bunch of them. They're real bulky, clunky, annoying to fold, and the blanket that I have is like a lot bigger than a sleeping bag right now, and it takes up a lot less room, although it is heavier. So, you know, you got the pros and the cons. But yeah, I'm out here in Santa Barbara. First time ever in Santa Barbara. Absolutely gorgeous. Just crossed the street illegally. About to hit this Sprouts. You know what time it is. All right, guys. We're in a 2-story Target. Just getting a couple essentials so we can get back on the road. But yeah, day 17, total break day. Just hella vibing, getting ready. Because the next stretch is gonna be a big send. So we about to get finished up here and go find somewhere to camp. All right, guys, we are in the tent on the side of the highway. Honestly found, like, I was looking at this spot in the distance and I was like, that looks like a real spot if I've ever seen one. And I was on my way to walk to where I didn't know was a spot, or if it was. I was just looking on the map, and this place turned out to be pretty good. There's actually a guy with a bike. It's like 20 yards away from me, camping in his tent. But yeah, day 17, full rest day. Hit Sprouts, hit Target, got a bunch of supplies stocked up. My bag's really heavy right now, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna get rid of in the bag tomorrow. I know I'm gonna get rid of that pillow, and I got a new pillow, so pretty excited about that. But yeah, day 17's a wrap. About to get some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 18. Let's go.